Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to take this time to talk to you a little bit more about these decision making being split between two opinions. And I talked before that making a decision should be based off and weighing all the options. We have to be careful that one of the options is not going to be a cause to us to be in stagnation. While we're waiting on one thing, while we're busy contemplating, life moves on. And we might miss out on a golden opportunity to delay essential decision. And we come into this emotional troll. This consists of a state of limbo, isn't just mentally taxing. It wears our emotions. The weight of unresolved decisions can lead to sleepless nights and high level of anxiety. I want y'all to understand that by not doing things, it pushes the umbrella. It pushes things up to another level. It brings things higher. It brings us to a place where we have underlying causes that fear that makes wrong choices. We got to address that every decision that we make may not be the right one. We just have to be able to establish that we can't be fearful in our decisions. We just have to make them. We don't want nothing to sit up there and put pressure on us to make a decision that we don't process. We overthink. We overanalyze. And then next thing you know, we disconnect. We disconnect from the situation because every time we think about it, it brings confusion, it brings fear, it brings doubt, and definitely brings anxiety, where we're now under a new form of stress. And that stress becomes problematic, and it begins like a plague. It just keeps on expanding and growing, and keeps on multiplying, and everything that we're doing is just slowly just spinning out of control because we haven't been able to take control of the situation. We're more fearful of making the wrong decision than we don't make any. So if we had two opinions, two options, the option is to deal with anxiety for making a wrong decision, or even more anxiety of not making a decision or thinking that we're making the right decision and be doubtful on both decisions. It happens a lot. We have to understand, fam, that the problem that we're facing is the world's going to throw its curveballs to us. No matter what we do, we're going to be hit with a curveball. We could be up the bat, thinking it's going to come straight down the plate to hit the ball, and it's going to be a slight turn to the left, a slight turn to the right, or drop in front of us, or come up. Whatever it may do, we have to we have to make that adjustment. And we can't be scared to make the adjustment. You should celebrate the fact that you're standing at the base with the bat, ready to take a swing. That's where you think of that positive come. That's because you're sitting there saying, I am going to face this issue straight on. If it throws and I miss the strike, that was my first option, to swing the bat straight across and try to hit the ball, and I miss. The second time the ball comes, I make an adjustment. Maybe I have to choke up on the bat. Maybe I need to lean a little bit more on the base. Maybe I need to step away from the base. You're always looking at options to get the job done. Every choice, no matter what it does, even if you did it 3 times to strike out, guess what? You should celebrate the fact that at least you up there addressing the situation. You can't be fearful of what the results may come. You have to make your best decision, but look at all the options that you have. Just don't get up there and just say, you know what? I'm just going to swing for the fences. If you don't take the time to prepare, now get this now. I know you may not know much about baseball or any other sport for that nature. It takes time for any athlete or anybody who plays a professional or a collegiate or even high school or elementary play a sport. They have to learn how the fundamentals of the game. They have to practice. They have to exercise. They have to get ready for the task set before them. It's the same thing with our life and our decisions. We have to prepare to make choices, make the decisions, go through the process of finding out what works best for us. We cannot continue to sit up there and go up to a baseball game, get on the pitcher on the base, and the pitcher throws the ball to us, and we expect to hit a home run when we never swung the bat. We just got a bat. We don't even know how to hold the bat. We don't even know what we're supposed to do, but we got the concept down. Swing the bat at the ball. And 9 times out of 10, if you're going against somebody who's been practicing pitching, they're going to strike you out because they know that you are not knowledgeable of how that bat hits the ball and makes contact and da-da-da. Now, some of us got God-given talent. We get up there and they hit it and there it is. But that's a very slim percentage. Most of us need to practice and exercise. The same thing that I'm sharing with here, for you all that are making decisions, you need to practice on how to make decisions by opening your mind up to say, I have to look at different options. I may have to go to different opinions. I may have to lean on others to give me some foundation or some background on the situation that I'm tasked. You can't be scared and fearful to go and ask questions to a question, as well as sitting up there getting bad advice and moving off that. You have to be able to look at things and ask yourself, does it make sense? Is it accessible, or is it I can apply it? Is it something that I can really see coming to fruition, or just a far-fetched information? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And anything I'm doing is going to bring more problems to my current situation. I would say this: take your time and look at the situation that you're facing. Don't overthink it or overanalyze it. Don't get fearful of making a decision. Look at it and say, with your best ability, what do you think is the best line of action to be taken to address this situation? Do I address it now, or do I need to gather more information on the task set before me so that I can have realistic information that I can make a realistic choice that will help me to make a better result? Realistic, because sometimes people give you information that is far-fetched, off the corner, and there's nothing that you can do with that. And you're trying to make it happen, try to make it come to fruition, when little do you know there's more pieces to this puzzle. There's more information that's needed. There's more things you have to do. And in doing so, because they gave you half information, you're moving on that, it's going to cause you to be frustrated. It's going to cause you to increase your anxiety, maybe bring your stress level to another new level. And that's what we're trying to reduce. What I'm saying is, this is not a fix one, fix all. I'm not saying everything that I say to you is not going to cause stress, because some of us just a worrier. We worry about everything. And then some of us just fear everything, and some of us doubt everything. But what I'm trying to convince you to do is to look at all your perspectives, all your angles, and see how you can change the way that you approach these new coming situations. Sit down, have a mind melting moment. What I mean by that is to sit back and have that woo-saw moment. Sit back and let everything go. Then say, what is the task that I'm faced with? What is the situation that I'm embarking in right now that I need to answer? Face that one issue and look at it. Look at it from all angles. Sometimes write it down. If it's a problem with robbing Peter and pay Paul, if you live on paycheck to paycheck and the light bills due, what are some of the options that you have? Do you have an option to call them and ask for an extension? Do you have an option of seeing that you maybe can pull money from one account, or maybe you can push another bill back and pay this one and pay another one a little later without a late charge, or maybe with a late charge, but by that time you're being paid, so it won't be that bad as if you don't pay this light bill at all. That's some options. Or you can go ask someone to borrow that money and tail, or go to different agencies to let you borrow money and tail, whatever. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your finances, but I'm just telling you, just be open to different avenues that can be used to help you to meet or resolve your situation. I know you're saying this is only temporary, but sometimes a temporary is better than no answer at all, no decision to be made. I'm not one that sit there to say quick and make the quick and easy way out, but it depends on where you're at. Sometimes quick and easy is the only option that you have, and you have to take that. But then there's times where you can sit there and think these things out. I'm more pushing to being proactive, teaching you go ahead and address these issues when they first present themselves, versus letting them build and start to compound and build up. And then now you having to face more than one issue.